Alright, this is a about your spirit guide reading. Yeah, again, a little bit different from my usual content. We'll see what goes on. About your spirit guide, it mostly talks about who they are, why they're with you right now, and what they want you to know, and what actions to take, or how you can help them, and the summary of why they're with you right now. Yeah, your spirit guides can actually change at times, but most of the time you have the same one for most of your life, or for until you go into a different milestone in your life, if that makes sense. Alright. Ooh. Yeah. Before I did this reading, I bit my tongue really bad, so sorry. Alright, so the 10 of Swords. Alright. The 10 of Swords is usually exhaustion and resolution. So, at some point, you might have been feeling exhausted, or your spirit guide might be a little exhausted, or, just you feel exhausted due to terms that you can't change. But anyway. A little info about who your spirit guide is. The 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is a worthy foe, friends and lovers who are on your level. Love, affection, and intensity, worthy allies. So this could have been a friend that passed, could have been somebody who you miss a lot, probably from childhood, and they're trying to help you out, guide you in the best way they can, and try to change your energies when you feel like giving up and stuff like that. So this spirit guide you have can also be one that gets to the truth of the matter also. So if you're trying to hide the truth from yourself, it'll always come up in the worst possible state, like you can't do something, or you have to admit defeat in some way, shape, or form in order to stay true to yourself. Alright, why they are with you right now. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is like coffin or illness. But yeah, the last one, this card means difficulty in choices. This one means coffin and illness. So any major purchases, large sums of money, new homes and cars, having more than enough, or buying furniture. This is they're actually trying to tell you that you might want to save some, because the worst isn't over. Could also be that something's going to happen that you might need to downsize your life, or you might need to save for a rainy day. Whatever the case, yeah, your spirit guide will let you know exactly what you need to do. If it feels like the purchase wasn't fulfilling, then you probably should have saved that money. So, okay, what they want you to know. This is the Queen of Swords, means bouquet, gift. Independent, doesn't need approval, is to the point, doesn't hide their feelings, isn't easily fooled. So with your friend as your spirit guide, or like close family member, cousin, or whatever, they know your truth. You can't hide from them, and you shouldn't hide from yourself, is what they're saying. Because what happens is that it stops you from manifesting what's meant for you, and it goes to somebody else, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So you do have to stay true to yourself. You do have to admit defeat when defeat is, knocking. Don't always try to show off if at all admissible. Sometimes you get into the fact that you didn't have as, when you were younger, and now you want to kind of show off, like, yes, I do have everything and all this, and it's really all for naught. So you can, save money and still live large later on, when these other people are not. Or, it's just that if you stay humble, you'd usually get a lot more, Okay, what actions you can take and how you can help them. Mostly the Queen of Cups, which is the stork, or changes. Physical development, loyalty, empathetic person, loving at all costs, someone with your best interests. They want you to be fulfilled and actually meditate, find balance in your own energy, find balance in what you're supposed to do, or find balance in your calling, if that makes sense. It makes it easier on them because they're probably giving you the opportunities. Like, there's breadcrumbs around where you had the opportunity to follow your dream or follow your destiny, and you kind of, just shut that off. But there is breadcrumbs that were left in order for you to be your best self, follow opportunities that were there for you, and it went to somebody else, or it never came to fruition, and it's still kind of like dwelling, or it's just waiting. So it's just waiting with possibility, if that makes sense. And then the summary of the outcome of this entire reading with your spiritual guide is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles has to do with balance. Financial things could be worse. You'll take a realistic look at your resources. You'll try to manage your life better. So you just have to understand that you have to put enough away so that you could have a brighter tomorrow, if that makes sense. But your spirit guide will try to give you opportunities where you will have a little bit of, a cheat day or skip day, because you're trying to connect with people, or you're trying to give people advice, and your spirit guide does want you to do that and be kind of like a mentor to other people. It's not always that it's trying to stifle your creativity or stop you from being you. It's just be true to yourself, be more of a mentor, be more, humble in everything you receive, but also you can spend a little if you want, just splurge, and it's not a bad thing. It's just know the difference between splurging a little bit and saving a lot. Anyway, thank you, 10 of Swords. I hope this was insightful for you with your spirit guide. And if you like this video, leave a like. you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or ideas for my next video, I read everything, as you know. And I'll see you in the next video, and I hope this was insightful for you. Okay? Bye now. Alright, this is the Queen of Diamonds. The Queen of Diamonds, or Pentacles, is shrewdness or family. So this could be a family member that's in this reading. So we'll see what's going on. A little info about who your spirit guide is a 10 of Pentacles, so it's on the pentacle level. It may be a female. 10 of Pentacles is education, book. So this is somebody who probably was well educated. Might have been somebody who had like a master's degree or believed in higher learning. Might have been a professor. Might have been a teacher. Somebody close to you though, so if they passed and you miss them, and you know their energy's kind of with you now, and you know, so large sums of money, enough money to help future generations, a family business, a family of your own tradition. So this could also be somebody who might have had a master's degree, might have been a doctor, had a doctorate, but it's somebody who was really, you know, inspirational in your life. Either it's a relative or it's somebody who was like a mentor, and you draw a lot of inspiration from them and how they became successful and stuff like that, and most of their wealth came from just knowledge alone. So you might want to get back into your own education due to their influence, which is good. It's not for everybody, but it's good for some if like you can be inspired that way. Alright, why are they with you right now? You have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is like enemies, snakes, people that kind of want to do you wrong, or maybe you're going down the wrong path and you kind of have to step back and look around. So strong business mind, leadership qualities, ambition, a love of nature, friendship, organizer. So there could be somebody that's trying to influence you like badly, or trying to steal your thunder, or try to do it better than you do, or whatever. And your spirit guides kind of like let them do what they're gonna do. If they want to show you up, they're gonna fall over their own feet, because your spirit guide wants you to be the bigger person, be honest, be loyal, be kind, but at the same time be determined, be masterful in what you choose to participate in. If it's somebody that you believe that's not worth your time, you should probably not engage this person or allow this person to show you up. You should always try to be classy with everything that you do and say. Because, the higher-ups are watching. Doesn't matter who's the higher-up. If you work for yourself, there's always a potential client that may be listening in or watching you, or, anything that could ruin your reputation. could be linked to the internet. So just be mindful and try to be really classy if somebody's trying to berate you in public. Make them look foolish. So what they want you to know is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like travel, ship, kind of thing. So up from the bottom and nothing worse can happen. So know that even if you're down and out, you don't have what everybody else has, you do have your own moral compass. You also have your own path you need to follow. You are going to meet up with a lot of challenges, a lot of barricades in your life, but take it as a lesson learned. Don't take it as they're trying to, just be against you. A lot of times it's that you're not on the right path and you might need to backtrack, find the right path, and for some reason all those doors are open. It's kind of a miracle in and of itself. So just backtrack, and sometimes the opportunity you were looking for is back behind a tree, in quote, spiritual tree, in your journey, and you just need to go back sometimes and just find that. Anyway, what actions can you take and how you can help them, how you can help your spirit guide. So you have the Page of Swords, the Jack of Swords. That's children, and maybe you're having a child, or you have one. So remains vigilant, always knows what's going on, is being supervised and can easily talk their way out of a conflict. So instead of looking for a conflict, always try to bring out the best in yourself and try your hardest. If there is stuff isn't like to the point where like you understand it or you make like a little mistake, take responsibility. Don't blame it on somebody else. There's this article that's out that was talking about the habits of people that work diligently versus people that kind of blame their own infractions on other people. And it turns out that people that do stand up for themselves and say, I did that, I wasn't too sure, and I'm sorry if I messed up other things, blah blah. If you take full responsibility, you might need training, you might have to be demoted, but at the same time you are learning a valuable lesson that you can't blame others for your own mistakes. And it could also just be that you do need to backtrack. And it could also be that you're having a bad day and you weren't addressing the issue earlier on. So, but mistakes do lead to some kind of progress. Maybe not in the way you expected, but in the long run it does hold true. Anyway, summary, the outcome of this entire reading with your spirit guide. We have grief, the Five of Cups, inheritances, large sums of money, leaving from your mistakes, valuable experiences earned. So a valuable experience can be in your past, present, future, admitting mistakes, taking time to reevaluate. So take it as a lesson learned no matter what's going on. And that's how you grow as a person, that's how you become the person you're supposed to be. So Just be mindful. And your spirit guide will try to help you out the best way they can. Try to come to you in a dream during your meditation if you meditate. Maybe through animals and things like that would make you stop and look at it for a minute. As a personal representation of maybe this was a great aunt, maybe this was your dad, mom, uncle, whatever the case, but they want you to stop and look around and find representations of them in nature. Or, your relationship with them in nature, which is, interesting in and of itself. But they want you to take time and just reevaluate things and, understand that not all opportunities are meant for you. All opportunities are not meant for you. They're meant for things at the right time. Everybody wants it now, and they don't want to see the progress that somebody else may be taking or they may need to take in order to achieve. Anyway, if you like this reading, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any concerns, ideas, questions, know that I read everything. And, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next reading. And I hope this was insightful. This is a little bit, it might be a little bit askew from the person that's actually your spirit guide, but at the same time, it's how you perceive things. So keep that in mind. Alright? And thank you, Queen of Diamonds group. I hope this was insightful for you, and I hope this clears up a lot of misguided notions, or maybe you just needed some guidance around this time. So, thank you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Alright? Bye now. Alright. We have the Page of Hearts, or the Jack of Hearts. So, yeah, it would be the Page of Cups in a normal tarot deck, so we'll see what's going on. The page is usually naivety or like flirting, clinginess. So this could be it could be a parent, it could be a sister, brother, or a father type figure, or it could be somebody real close to you that was kind of like a shadow to you, like y'all were always seen together kind of thing, and they became your spirit guide because of that closeness. So let's see, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is parties, garden. So, you have something to convey, you're successful in some way, you do not make any rash decisions. So this is kind of a passive energy. Could also be one that's more cautious than other energies. I believe it's a childhood friend, to be honest with you. I feel it more than anything else. And it feels like it's like really close, like two peas in a pod kind of closeness. So this person is kind of not a risk taker, kind of standoffish, but they want you to do the best you can and everything. Don't take risks that are unnecessary, or be successful in your own way. Don't try to follow what other people tell you to do, kind of thing. They might have been kind of like a passive rebel, if that makes sense for anybody. But they knew what they were doing. They wanted to do this, and this, but they didn't want to compromise fun. They didn't want to get you in trouble. They didn't want anybody feeling left out. This is kind of the energy I'm getting. But they were like, you know, your best friend. Anyway, why are they here with you right now? The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is rest. It represents rest. Self-care, time spent alone, much needed rest, time away from social media, time to reflect. So this, your spirit guide's telling you, you have to stop trying to be like other people. You're good, but you're good at other things. It might not be social media related. You might not have stuff that other people have as far as being vain or being so like boisterous with their own worries or cares, whatever the case. You just need time for yourself. You need to do self-care. You need to have time alone. You need to meditate. You need to understand that your energy is important to those around you. You can't be so overly intertwined with other people's energy or what other people are doing or saying or being part of. You kind of have to find your own way of dealing with things. You have to get off social media, take time to reevaluate what you're doing, and become who you've always been. You've been probably one of those people that's more charismatic than most people, or you're good at like talking with people, or you're good at making baked goods, or whatever the case may be. It's probably not going to be the most interesting thing on social media, but if it's truly yours, I mean, you can get a lot of views just being yourself online. You don't have to be a character. But you do need to rest, is what they're saying, because you're burning the candle at both ends or all ends, if you know what I mean. Like, you're burning the candle down, but you do have to take a rest. So, because like your spirit guide feels worn out, and probably you do also. What they want you to know. Let's see what they want you to know. Let's see. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is planning. Two of Wands is a worthy foe, friends, lovers who are on your level. Love, affection, intensity, worthy allies. So maybe you've been kind of in this spherical globe. This spherical globe of just celebrity and these people online or YouTube that are really like, they're famous, and I want to be famous. Fame has its own set of rules. You may want the money, but being famous, a lot of your privacy is kind of torn apart from you. Time with your family could be interrupted by a crazed fan that tries to break into your parents' house, stuff like that. Or like an event that you have with your friends, somebody could follow you there, and it could be a catastrophe. Your spirit guide's trying to protect you from certain things. They're trying to protect you from yourself. So that's probably why they're